Hello guys, in today's video we are going to see PocketBase, an open source backend server that is written in Golang, and it is just a single file that we can use to create REST APIs for our next small or mid-sized project, and we can use it in any kind of frameworks that we like, such as Angular, React, Vue.js, Flutter, or anything else. We're going to the documentation here. In the documentation, we're going to find download links for the pre-built minimal PocketBase application, and depending on your system, you're going to download any of these. So as I'm on Windows, I have just downloaded this one here, and the thing here is just after downloading, you get an archive file, and that you have to extract, and after extracting it, for example, I extracted it here. You just have to open a terminal and navigate to this folder here. So as here suggested. So this PocketBase serve, the command to run our server, and we're going to start in seconds here. So I've navigated to the PocketBase. I'm gonna run this command, hit enter, and our backend is running. So let us see the folder here. We have this PocketBase and license and the things that we get when we extracted it, and also we get this data folder that is going to store a database and let's say file system for uploading our files here. It is using database in a file, and it is MySQLite. So it is powerful to run mid-sized applications, or let's say with thousands of connections, and I've seen it somewhere like in the frequently asked questions here, and you can see the scalabilities and things, and even without optimizations, PocketBase can easily serve 10,000 plus concurrent and persistent real-time connections on cheap VPS. So it is really powerful for this small kind of application. So after we run that command, let's return to it. We can see a REST API here URL, and we can see an admin UI here. The first thing that I suggest is to go here to click on the REST API, or actually to the UI here, and here we'll get a login page, or actually register page. Then we have to create an account for us. So for testing purposes, I'll just create a@a.com, and I'll just add a password. Let's say test 1 2 3 4 5 or something, or from 1 to doesn't matter. It has to be minimum 10 characters. Okay, and we can say create a login, and after doing that, we get an UI for our REST application. So what is interesting here? We don't have any users here, and we're gonna create some user for our application, let's say. So I'm gonna add a new username here, and I'll call it my name, Adnan, and I don't need an email. I'll just add a password, test 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's verify, let's say, and I can say okay, I don't need it to upload an avatar. And now I'm gonna create a username here. So I have a user here, and this is like collection with users. We could create anything we need here. For example, I'm gonna create roles here, collection of roles, for example, and here I'm gonna create new fields here. Let's say it's just going to be a name of roles. So field is name, and it is not empty, it is unique. Okay, and we can just say done and create here. And now I can create a new role here, let's say admin, and another one here. Let's say user. Doesn't matter, you can create as many as you need here roles. So it is as simple as that here. And this is like some kind of my setup. And here in users, I would like to add a new field that is actually relation to our collection of roles. And we are setting, for example, we are just right now selecting a single role, or we can select multiple roles, doesn't matter. And we are going to create the display name of roles here, and it's not empty. Okay, and we can just call it role. Okay, and now done. Save changes, and we can see that if I click here, I can edit role to for this user here. I'll click open picker, and I'm gonna select the user. Let's say it is user. Here, save changes, and now we have a role user for this account here. So this is some of the first steps. Let's say that I'm gonna use. How am I gonna use this PocketBase? And now we're going to create a products collection. Let's say we have a store, and we wanna create the products. And into that products, we're gonna add new fields. So it's plain text, it's product, and we can add some limitations or anything, regex patterns, and I'll just say that it is not empty field, so it cannot be empty. And also we're gonna add let's say description, and it's not empty. Done. And also we're gonna see here, let's say, is it price or anything? Let's say I will add number and let's call it price, min max, and it's non-zero, doesn't matter, we can create it. And also what we can add, it is some kind of boolean. It is just like is it active or available. Okay, create, and now we have created collection of products here. The important thing here to note is that after creating collection, we have to go to the settings, this gear button here, add collection, and now we have API rules here. So what does this mean? These API rules are actually rules that we are going to use for accessing this specific products API. So we could add any kind of rule for listing or viewing a single item, creating item, actually creating a product, updating, deleting. So this is for the CRUD operations here, and we can add custom rules for that. So because this is just for admins right now, I'm gonna add something here to have it for registered users. So enable custom rule, and I'll paste this. That means if you requested user request is coming from a user that has an ID that is not empty, that means that the user is registered. So I'm gonna add that to all of these. And as we are talking about the products, let's say that this is some kind of back office application for our products management. We're gonna just show this as we're gonna set this as for authorized users. Let them do anything they want with the products. So save changes, and that's it for now here. After that, let's say that we have that we did some setup. We can click here on this button and do an API preview here. So previewing means that we can use in a JavaScript and Node.js or anywhere in JavaScript and PocketBase here. And also we can use we don't have to do that. We can use API here, REST API, that is interesting for us right now. So for listing, for getting a list of products. Let's say here we're going to use this get method here and use this API. As we are running on a local host, it is just going to be on our port that we have here in the terminal. We said okay, it is API 8090 and /API, and we can attach this URL here. So I'm gonna test something because I already did some testings on it. I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you here this REST client, as I'm using the standard client in VS Code instead of Postman. I'm gonna show you the testing for this. So first of all, I'm going to authorize with user. Actually, I'm gonna log in to this application here, and in our application here we can see users, and we can go here API preview, and we can use auth with password, and it also have the it also allows us to use OAuth for logging in into the application, and we are going to use this API to log in with our identity and password. It is not username, it's called identity here. So using this endpoint, I'm going back to VS Code and sending identity Adnan and my password here. Clicking here, and okay, we have our status 200, and we see the details for this user. So we see the role that we added. It is actually a ID of the role of our collection, and it is, when it's updated, username, is it verified or anything we have in our collection. And also we see a JVT token here that we are going to use for sending requests to our API. So right now we're going to get all collections here from the from our collections of products. So as you can see here, on everything we have this API preview that we can click and see the APIs for our collections. That is really interesting, as we don't need any kind of documentation, as it is already going to be generated and with our parameters for that specific endpoint. For example, with viewing or creating products, so we see the dummy data here for our products. So okay, and we're going to list all products. So I'm going to here API collection products and records. We see query parameters that we can use for sorting, getting per page, or doing anything with the products. And now if I go to the Visual Studio Code here, I can use that get request here and send it, but I have to add authorization here. So the first thing is to paste this JVT that I get here after logging in. And another thing that I have to show you here is that when using the authorization here, as for viewing, creating, it doesn't matter, it depends on the products, we have to use in headers, sorry, this is not the, okay, okay, in headers we have to set authorization to token. So this is just a thing that we have to do. And get headers authorization here, and we have to set it token okay, and authorization is bear token, and that's it. We can hit send. And as we don't have any items here in our application, we cannot see anything, but we can create an item. So to do create here, we can post to this the API here, and we can use this dummy data here. So I'll just copy this data, and I'm going to Visual Studio Code, and using this API, it's not okay here, and in the body I'm just going to use this. Okay, and here I'm gonna paste, but in a JSON file, JSON object actually, and I'm pasting this JSON here. So product is going to be, let's say, ice cream, and some ice cream. Let's say chocolate, and the price is going to be 1.89, and it is available in our store, and we can just send that request. And also I have to just add the new I have to add a new token from here because I did this testing before. Sorry, copy. Oh, that's fine. Okay, and hit send, and we can see the response. It is status 200, and now we can see it is available, collection ID, products, and we can see it when it's created and everything regarding that product. Now we can go to go back to this get request from this API, hit send, and now we can see items here, and in that items array we can see our product here with the price, with everything. So this is when it comes to creating and getting the data. And now we can also update the data. So to update the data, or I'll just use ID of this product here, and let's say that we want to just update a price here. So I'm gonna paste this ID here. Let's get it. Okay, patch and into the query, and I'm just going to change the price and add, let's say it's not now, it's maybe an action, and we have a for 130. One for 130, and hit send, and it's not okay because I haven't pasted a new JVT for this patch here. Okay, and now hit send. Okay, also having a problems with this, assume with this token here. Oops, patch. It's not going to be copied. Sorry, one second here. For some reason it's not copying. It's not copying here. I don't know what's going on. But I can anytime go here, and to show you this, we can refresh our products. We see our products here also into that UI, let's say back office or whatever you want, admin panel for the API, and we can just copy it here. And also we can go back here, and here just paste it as this, and into the body we can see, oops, into the body here, I'm sorry for this, but into the body here what we said, we want to change price, and we just send patch request here with providing the ID of the product, and we can see that the price has changed. So we can also add some other price here, hit send, and we get it. We don't have to send just like all the data or anything. We're just sending the changed data to it, and it is updating automatically. So this is it when it comes to patching. And at least we have to delete some of these data, and we can do that by just pasting here this ID, and also I just have to add this here and hit send, and it is actually okay. The first I deleted it at first. So after getting the data, we don't see anything. After creating a data, we'll create another one here. Sorry, because I pasted it wrongly. I don't know what's gonna right now, but okay, we get it. We get it here. We can add ice cream 2, send it. Okay, and now we should have 2 ice creams here in the products, and this is it. And going back to this here application, we can see these products here. So this is it when it comes to this project-based application here. Actually, a REST API that is really useful in any cases, or in just testing purposes, when you need an API and when you don't have to have time to create anything for yourself, or if you need an API for small or let's say mid-sized project, you can use this one here without any kind of problems, and you can do whatever you want. So this is when it comes to it, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.